I didn't know the exact moment it happened. There was no announcement, no dramatic goodbye, no final argument that slammed a door shut. One day I was still waiting, checking my phone, replaying old conversations in my head. And somewhere in that silence, he had already moved on, quietly, completely, without me realizing it had even begun. Every morning started the same way. Coffee brewing, sunlight through the kitchen window, my phone face down on the counter. I told myself I wouldn't check it right away. I told myself I was stronger than that. But the truth is, I always checked. And every morning, there was nothing new. No message, no missed call. Just the same quiet confirmation that I was still standing still. I kept making excuses for him. Maybe he was busy. Maybe work was overwhelming. Maybe he just needed space. In the United States, we like to believe in independence, in self-growth, in people taking time to find themselves. I wrapped those ideas around his absence like a blanket, convincing myself that patience was maturity, not denial. Friends noticed before I did. They'd ask gentle questions over dinner, pushing food around their plates, glancing at me with concern. "Have you heard from him lately?" I'd smile and nod, changing the subject. I didn't want to admit that my world had shrunk to waiting for a text, waiting for an explanation, waiting for him to come back as the person I remembered. What I didn't see was that while I was waiting, he was living. New routines, new laughs, new people. He wasn't stuck between memories and hope. He had stepped forward. I was still standing in the same emotional spot, measuring time by silence instead of moments. The hardest part wasn't that he moved on. It was realizing that he didn't do it cruelly. He didn't owe me an explanation he wasn't ready to give. In American culture, we value closure, but real life doesn't always provide it. Sometimes people leave chapters unfinished, and we're left holding pages that no longer connect to the story. I replayed everything, trying to find the moment I should have known. The last good laugh, the last talk soon, the last night. I fell asleep believing tomorrow would be different. But hindsight has a way of sharpening details that felt harmless at the time. Looking back didn't change anything. It just kept me trapped. There was a moment, small but powerful, when the truth finally settled in. I saw a photo online. Nothing dramatic. Just him, smiling in a way I hadn't seen in months. Surrounded by people I didn't know. Living a life that didn't include waiting. And in that moment, I understood something painful and freeing at the same time. He wasn't lost. I was. Waiting had become my habit. Hope had turned into a routine. And routines are hard to break, especially when they're built on love and memories. But love isn't supposed to feel like standing still while the world moves forward. It isn't supposed to shrink your days or quiet your voice. I had to face a difficult question. Not why did he move on? But why was I still waiting? What part of me believed that my life should pause for someone who had already pressed play? That question didn't have an easy answer. It took honesty. It took discomfort. It took admitting that letting go felt like losing, even when holding on was hurting me more. In the United States, we talk a lot about new beginnings, fresh starts, reinvention. But we don't always talk about the in-between space. The space where you grieve something that didn't officially end, where you mourn a version of the future that quietly disappeared. That space is lonely, and it's real. The day I stopped waiting wasn't dramatic either. I didn't wake up suddenly healed. I just made one small choice. I put my phone down and went for a walk. 1 mile, slow and quiet. I noticed things again. The sound of traffic. The smell of food from a nearby cafe. My own breathing. Life didn't rush back all at once. It returned gradually, like it had been waiting for me too. I began to understand that moving on doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing yourself when someone else already has. It means reclaiming your time, your attention, your future. He moved on without looking back. I moved forward by finally looking at myself. If you're still waiting, this story might feel uncomfortably familiar. And I want to ask you something. What are you hoping will change if you keep waiting? What part of your life is paused right now? And what would happen if you took one small step forward today? If this story resonated with you, take a moment to like this video. It helps this channel reach more people who might need to hear this message. Subscribe to the channel if you want more real, human stories about love, loss, and self-rediscovery. And most importantly, leave a comment below. Are you still waiting? Or have you already started moving on? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read today.